Welcome to the video on comparing and ordering decimals. In the first question, we're going to be looking at which decimal is greater than, less than, or equal to by filling in the symbols that have been given. So I'm going to show you a little trick on hopefully how to work out which one is bigger, greater than, or equal to. All right, so for number one, I'm just going to move across to the side here. The handiest thing here is they don't have the same decimals. So let's put a placeholder in for the 0.46, 0.460. The 0 is just a placeholder. It's not changing the value. And then 0.406. So which one is bigger? 460 or 406? So 460 is bigger. So it's going to be greater than 406, which means that 0.46 is greater than 0.406. So then for number two, same idea. We're going to fill in the spaces to match up the decimals. So we have 4312 with 4.312, apologies, and then 4.4, then nothing. So we're going to fill in a 0, 0, so that we have 3 decimals after the comma. So we are working with comparing 312 to 400. And the reason I'm only looking at decimals is because that unit is the same. So 312 versus 400. 400 is definitely bigger. So this one is going to be 4312 is less than 4.4. 4.312 is less than 4.4. For the next one, we have to compare 5.5 kilograms and 5050 grams, 5,050 grams. So the problem is we need to convert either both into kilograms or both into grams. Here it really makes no difference. They haven't specified which one. So if you want to convert to kilograms, you're going to, not to kilograms, to grams, you're going to times by 1,000. So you're going to get 5,500 versus 5050, which means that you can clearly see that this one is going to be greater. 5,500 is greater than 5,050. Or what you could have done is kept the 5.5 and compared it by dividing by 1,000 there. So when you divide by 1,000, you are going to get a decimal. You're going to get a smaller number. So we have, here's our decimal, and we know we've got to get to the thousandths. So units, tenth, hundredth, thousandth. So 3 numbers. So 3 numbers after the decimal. The other one has to sit before it. Okay, and then to compare, we can just put in some extra zeros. Now we're comparing which is bigger, 500 or 50. Because remember, your 5s are the same. So 500 is still bigger. Right, so it's up to you. Some of you would be able to see automatically that your 5.5 kilograms is greater than 5,050 grams. So all you have to do is put the symbol in. So our answers are greater than, less than, greater than for those ones. Then the next lot, arrange the following in ascending order. So ascending is smallest to biggest. Okay, ascending is going upwards. So now, the best thing is just to line up all your decimals exactly in line. Again, some of you can just see this a little bit more easily than others, so you don't have to do all the working out if you can see it. All right, so just make sure that I'm going to just highlight these. That's the first decimal place, second decimal place, third decimal place. So as you can see, I'm missing some decimals. So what we do is we just fill them in as zeros. You can even do it in a different color. Let me do this in red. So you know they weren't part of the original. Now your final answer must have the original decimals, not your added decimals in. Right, so then you look at the units. the units are all the same. So if the units are all the same, then after the units we look at the decimals. Okay, so the bigger the unit, the bigger the number, but if they've all got the same units, then look at the decimals. So now let's compare. We have 700, we have 70, we got 770, we got 77, and we got 707. So let's find the smallest one. 70 is the smallest one. Then it's 77, then it's going to be 700, 707 and 770. So as if they weren't decimals, as if they were just normal numbers and you were trying to compare their size. Alright, so let's order them now. Which was the smallest? The smallest one was number 1. So 3,07. Now my 0 that I put in, I must take away now. Then my next one is 3,077. Then my next one is 3,7. I must take away my zeros that I've put in. Then it's going to be 3,707 is the second biggest. And then the biggest one is 3,77. So that's ordering from smallest to biggest. If you want to try another sort of comparison, then think of it as money. So this is just something that you would do separately. Please don't put rand signs everywhere. But if you had 3 rand and 7 cents, okay, and then 3 rand and 7 cents and a little bit more, or 3 rand, that would be 3 rand 70, or 3 rand 70 and a little bit more, or 3 rand 77. So you can use rands if you want some extra help there. All right. Then lastly, we have to determine the next 3 terms. So something's happening here. So you can see here that we have 0, 3, 0, 7, 1, 1. Now the easiest thing is just to put it as a fraction over the decimal place it's in. Remember, units, tenths. So I'm over 10 here. Units, tenths. So 7 over 10. Then this is going to be 11 over 10. So what's happening is I'm keeping the over 10 piece each time. That's staying the same, over 10. So that's why I've continued it on for the rest of the question. But then look what's happening at the top. I have 3, 7, 11. I'm adding 4 on each time. So 11 plus 4 is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. 19 plus 4 is 23. And then I'm going to put it back into the decimal form based on the way we did it when we converted fractions to decimals. So I'm in my tenths column, so I need the decimal and then one number, so the 1 must come before it. Same thing here, it must be 1,9 because we've got to stay in the tenth column, and then it must be 2,3. Got to stay with our last decimal in the tenth column. Same thing.